Carlton, tell us a little bit about Pacer, about how the game works.
So Pacer is an anti-gravity combat racing game for up to 10 players, inspired by mid-90s, early 2000s sci-fi racing, like F-Zero, like Wipeout, Extreme G, Star Wars Racer. It's how we remember those games feeling when we played as a kid in a modern game with like things that we wanted in those earlier games.
Things that couldn't be done back then, and now you kind of can, right?
So now we can. So things like online multiplayer, like competitive mode, like building your own ships, that kind of thing.
You guys mentioned for us that the AI will learn how the player runs through each course.
The AI is what we call a neural net AI. It doesn't release with the game. We train it before release, so we have it. It's training at the moment, even like back in our studio in England. We give the AI a series of parameters, so it knows how far to look down the track. It knows where pickups and boost pads are. It knows where players are around it, and it uses that information and the layout of the track to learn how best to steer itself around the course in order to get better lap times. So it will feel more like a human player.
That's amazing. And another thing, we have to talk.
Yeah.
Kind of blown our minds. It has Battle Royale. It's a racing game with a Battle Royale. For God's sake, how does that work?
So the Battle Royale we have in is called Storm Mode. And if you can imagine a giant electrical storm taking place all over the track. On the starting grid, there is a drone that projects a sphere within that protects you from the storm. So if you go outside of this sphere, you'll start to take damage. If you stay in it, you'll be safe from the storm, but obviously that's where all the other players are. When the race starts, the drone moves down the track and the sphere gets smaller and smaller. So you have to stay inside the sphere whilst using your weapons and your skills to force everyone else out of it.
On release, how many ships and how many circuits you're planning to have?
So there'll be 5 ships when we launch, and the garage mode lets you customize those a lot. All of them are fully customizable, so you can take a basic ship and you can tweak how it accelerates, how it turns, how it brakes, even how it hovers, to have a ship that feels like your ship. There are 14 tracks when we launch, and each track has what we call variants in. So there's a night mode, there's a reverse, there's a mirrored mode, and you can have more than one of those at once. So if you put on night mode and reverse mode, you have night reverse.
You guys have like a release window and platforms planned?
So our release window will be early 2020. Our planned platforms are PC through Steam. We're coming to PS4, Xbox One. Will be 60 FPS on consoles. Will be 4K 60 FPS on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Renato.